Welcome to 𝗪𝗪𝗲, your hub for insights and awareness. Today we're diving into a topic that affects everyone who's ever scrolled through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or any other social platform. We're uncovering the ways social media might be harming you. Here at 𝗪𝗪𝗲, our mission is to enlighten and equip you with knowledge to navigate the digital world safely and consciously. Now, before you start panicking, it's important to remember that not all aspects of social media are detrimental, but it's crucial to be aware of its potential negative impacts. First on our list is the addiction factor. Social media platforms are meticulously engineered to make you come back for more, like a moth drawn to a flame. The bright colors, the instant gratification of likes and comments, the infinite scroll of content, all are designed to release dopamine, the feel-good hormone, into your brain. This creates a cycle of addiction, where you're constantly seeking that next hit of social validation. Excessive screen time is a natural offshoot of this addiction, and it's not just about the hours wasted. It's about the strain on your eyes, the posture issues from hunching over your device, and the mental fatigue from the constant influx of information. The consequences don't stop at the physical. There's a psychological toll too. The constant need for validation can erode self-esteem, and the isolation of being glued to a screen can lead to feelings of loneliness and depression. So next time you find yourself mindlessly scrolling, remember, you might be falling into the addiction trap. Secondly, let's discuss the mental health impact. The constant comparison to others and the unrealistic expectations set by perfectly curated feeds can lead to feelings of inadequacy and low self-esteem. It's easy to forget that what we see is often just a highlight reel, not the full picture. Cyberbullying, another dark side of social media, can have devastating effects, leading to anxiety, depression, and in some cases, even suicidal thoughts. The relentless pursuit of likes and followers can also contribute to stress and obsessive behavior. It's important to remember that everyone has their own journey and struggles, and that social media rarely reflects the full truth of someone's life. It's also crucial to take breaks from social media, to reconnect with the real world, and to remember that we are more than our online personas. Remember, what you see on social media is often a highlight reel, not real life. Thirdly, privacy concerns are a major issue. Social media platforms are like a treasure trove of data, collecting every click, like, share, and comment we make. They analyze these digital breadcrumbs to understand our preferences, habits, and even our deepest fears. This data is often used to tailor advertisements or to sell to third parties, sometimes without our explicit consent. But that's not the only risk. Our digital footprints can also attract unwanted attention from hackers and cybercriminals. Identity theft, financial fraud, and cyberstalking are real threats in the digital age. Every post, every check-in, every photo can potentially give away information that can be used against us. Remember, once something is shared online, it's nearly impossible to completely erase it. So think before you post. Consider the potential implications of each piece of information you share. Always be mindful of the information you share on social media. Your privacy is invaluable. Fourth on our list is the distortion of reality. Social media, in its many vibrant forms, has a knack for painting an excessively rosy picture of life. We often see posts of exotic vacations, extravagant meals, and perfect relationships, all carefully curated to stir envy and admiration. However, it's crucial to remember that these posts are just a snippet, a highlight reel of someone's life, not the full story. This skewed perspective can lead to dissatisfaction and low self-esteem as we compare our everyday lives to these seemingly perfect ones. It's like comparing your raw, unedited footage to someone else's blockbuster movie. It's not a fair comparison, and it's not healthy. Social media can be a tool for connection and inspiration, but it can also warp our perception of what's normal or achievable. It's essential to keep this in mind and not let these platforms steal away your contentment or self-worth. Always remember to take social media with a grain of salt. It's not always reality. Fifth, social media can lead to reduced productivity. Now let's imagine this scenario. You're diligently working on a project when suddenly your phone pings. It's a social media notification. You think, just a quick check won't hurt, right? But before you know it, you've spent 15 minutes scrolling through your feed. And voila, your concentration is broken. This is a common predicament faced by many of us. The constant distractions from social media notifications can significantly hinder our productivity. The brief moments we spend checking our social media feeds add up, stealing hours from our day that we could have dedicated to more fruitful endeavors. The allure of social media is undeniable, with its captivating content and the instant gratification it provides. However, it's crucial to remember the toll it can take on our productivity. It's about time we start prioritizing our tasks and limit the interruptions caused by social media. Think about it. How much more could you achieve without constant social media interruptions? Sixth, let's talk about sleep disruption. We've all done it, scrolling through our feeds, replying to messages, or watching the latest viral videos when we should be sleeping. But did you know that this habit can lead to poor sleep quality? The light emitted by our devices suppresses the production of melatonin, the hormone that regulates our sleep-wake cycle. This means that even if you're feeling tired, your brain might be tricked into thinking it's still daytime, making it harder for you to fall asleep. Moreover, the constant influx of information and the emotional engagement that comes with it can leave your mind buzzing long after you've put your device away. This can keep you awake at night, tossing and turning instead of resting. Lack of quality sleep doesn't just make you feel tired. It can affect your mood, your cognitive function, and even your physical health. A good night's sleep is crucial for your health. Don't let social media rob you of that. Seventh, social media can lead to social isolation. This might sound counterintuitive, given that social media platforms are designed to connect us with people from all corners of the world. However, what many neglect to consider is that the more time spent online, the less time there is for in-person interactions. It's easy to get sucked into the virtual world, where communication is often reduced to likes, shares, and comments. This can inadvertently lead to a decrease in real-life social interactions, creating a void that's difficult to fill. It's like being in a crowded room yet feeling utterly alone. Moreover, the constant comparison of our own lives to the filtered perfection we see on social media can exacerbate feelings of loneliness and isolation. It's important to remember that human interaction is a fundamental part of our existence. It's what builds communities, fosters understanding, and cultivates empathy. So let's not forget to occasionally unplug from the digital world and invest time in our real-world relationships. Remember, real connections happen off-screen. Eighth, social media can instill a fear of missing out, also known as FOMO. This is a real phenomenon where you feel an intense anxiety that others might be having fulfilling experiences from which you are absent. It's like a form of social anxiety, a dread that you're being left out of the loop, out of the fun, out of the exciting world that social media presents. Social media platforms are often filled with highlights of people's lives, their adventures, parties, achievements, and perfect moments. But remember, these are curated stories, not the full picture of their lives. It's easy to start comparing your life with these highlights and feel like you're missing out. This comparison can lead to dissatisfaction and unhappiness. But remember, life isn't a competition. It's about finding your own happiness, not comparing it with others. So, next time you feel the pangs of FOMO, remember that what you see on social media is not a complete reality. Don't let FOMO steal your joy. Your experience is unique and valuable. Ninth, social media is a hotbed for misinformation. This isn't an unfamiliar phrase, is it? We've all seen it. A sensational headline, a shocking image, a scandalous claim. Shared, liked, retweeted, and commented upon by thousands, sometimes millions, before anyone stops to question its validity. The problem is, social media platforms are designed to spread content rapidly and widely, regardless of its accuracy. Misinformation can be dressed up to look like truth, playing on our emotions, biases, or fears, making it all the more compelling to click share. This leads to confusion, mistrust, and sometimes even dangerous actions based on false information. What's more, this rapid spread of misinformation can undermine genuine news sources, leading to a society where truth is hard to distinguish from falsehood. The consequence? A world where critical thinking is more important than ever. Always double-check the information you see on social media. Not everything you read online is true. Finally, we've reached the end of our list. We've taken a deep dive into the 10 ways social media can harm us, and it's been quite the journey. Let's take a moment to recap. We started with the addiction factor, exploring how the constant pull of notifications and updates can lead to a compulsive need to check in. We then moved on to the impact on mental health, discussing how comparison and the pressure of maintaining a perfect online image can lead to stress, anxiety, and depression. We delved into privacy concerns, highlighting the risks of sharing personal information online and the potential for misuse. We then tackled the distortion of reality, showing how curated feeds can create false perceptions. We addressed the issue of reduced productivity, illustrating how time spent scrolling can eat into valuable hours that could be used for more constructive pursuits. We also discussed sleep disruption, demonstrating how exposure to screens late into the night can affect our rest. We took a look at social isolation, revealing how an over-reliance on online interactions can lead to feelings of loneliness and disconnectedness. We also explored the phenomenon of FOMO, the fear of missing out, and its effects on our well-being. Lastly, we discussed misinformation, showing how social media platforms can be a breeding ground for false information and misleading narratives. Remember, while social media has its advantages, it's important to use it responsibly. Thank you for watching 𝗀𝗪𝗧. Don't forget to subscribe for more insightful content.